All right guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're gonna go over my jerkbait setup and how I fish with it. This time of year, a jerkbait can be really good. It's probably one of the main things that I throw in the winter. I throw a couple of other things. For this video, we're just gonna go over the jerkbait. All right, so starting off, let's start with the rod. This is an FX Custom Rod Extreme Angler Series. This is a 6'9" medium extra fast, and what that means is it has the fast tip for when you're twitching it. It's moving the jerkbait instantly, so you got basically minimal input lag, you could say. So when you're twitching it, the jerkbait is twitching as you're twitching it. There's no delay or anything like that, or if there is, it's very minimal. What that's going to do for you is that's going to make your jerkbait have a lot more action in the water and help you get more bites. And why I like this rod a lot is even though it has that fast tip, it loads up really well to keep those treble hooks, those light wire treble hooks in the fish's mouth, landing me more fish. The reel I got paired up with this rod is the new Lose Gen 3 Speed Spool, the best reel for $100. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. The link will be in the description below. I just use a 7:5 to 1. Really, me personally, I don't think a jerkbait matters that much for gear ratio. The reason I do like the 7:5 to 1 for a jerkbait is because when I'm jerkbaiting, I'm usually on scope. So if I make a bad cast or I see a fish, I want to be able to reel that jerkbait in real fast and make another cast. So let's talk about the line. This is Seaguar Red Label. This is 10 pound. This is typically what I use. Unless I'm throwing around like standing timber and stuff, I'll use 12 pound. Or if I'm trying to get the jerkbait to stay higher in the water column, I'll go to 12 or 15, whatever fits the situation basically. Now for the jerkbait, the most important part. I use Megabass Vision 110. If you're not using that jerkbait, I really don't know what you're doing. It's the best out there. I don't care who you are. The best jerkbait out there is the Megabass Vision 110. But they are expensive. That's the only downside about them, is they're very expensive lure. Now, if you don't want to spend the extra money on the Vision 110, I would try the Berkley Stunna. So obviously, when I'm throwing a jerkbait, I'm using scope 90% of the time. You can catch them blind casting. It is a good reaction bait, but for the most part, for me, I like using it on scope, mainly chasing roamers and throwing it over tops of cover like stumps, through standing timber, over tops of brush piles, stuff like that. All right guys, that is my jerkbait setup. If you like this video, make sure you like it and make sure you subscribe, and we'll see y'all in the next one.